Californians vote in favor of the gas tax. See how students are dealing with increasing gas prices.
And hundreds of flowers handpicked by Cal Poly students will welcome the new year in Pasadena.
And later, Cal Poly students use comedy to talk about gender-based violence.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Mustang News. I'm Stephanie Garibay.
And I'm Cassie McIntyre. We've had a lot of stories this quarter, so before we all head off to winter break, we're going to showcase the best stories of fall quarter.
In November, Californians voted in favor of keeping the California gas tax. Reporter Caitlin Hoyer asked students how they are dealing with the rising gas prices.
If you're from California, you may be used to high gas prices, but lately gas has been even higher, specifically on the Central Coast. Locally, gas has been reaching almost $4 a gallon. The price increase has both residents and students wincing at the increasing dollar amount at the pumps.
It's a lot to fill as a college student. Definitely in California, it's higher than everywhere else. Honestly, SLO is more expensive than it is at home. I'm from Orange County, so it's even higher than there.
The prices have been increasing due to a rising gas tax. In 2017, a law was approved allowing a tax increase to help California fund repairs on roads and public transportation. On November's ballot, Californians voted on keeping or repealing the gas tax. Opponents of the gas tax claim that the tax is unnecessary. California ultimately kept the gas tax. In light of the rising gas prices, residents and students can save money by using alternative modes of transportation.
Since we live in SLO and everything's a mile away, I'll ride my bike pretty much everywhere, unless I'm late or my legs are tired. But it's definitely always a plus when I can ride my bike. I'm like, oh, I could save this little amount of gas, and I only fill up once every 3 weeks because of it. You get endorphins for free instead of getting frustrated because you can't find parking and you gotta put $40 in your tank.
Caitlin Hoyer, Mustang News.
Cal Poly students have been working all year on a float made entirely of flowers. The float will finally debut on New Year's Day. Hundreds of flowers bloom on campus to be part of a 71-year-old tradition. These flowers are the key ingredients to the 2019 Rose Bowl float submission from Cal Poly SLO and Pomona.
Our 2019 float is Far Out Frequencies, and it highlights two astronauts that are named Sally and Morgan going to a distant alien planet.
After the parade ends, design for the next float starts right away. The Rose Bowl team is made up of 60 students from different majors.
I know people who are biology majors, physics, math, working on the design elements because they found something that wasn't strictly their major, but they can use elements of what they've learned over time here at Cal Poly Rose.
The team takes their designs to Cal Poly Pomona, and they work on the float from there each weekend until parade day. Every decoration on the float must be organic. The whole process takes 4 stages from start to finish.
We have 3 different teams. It's design, deco, and construction. Design primarily shapes and welds the floats and works on things that are more sitting on the float.
Cal Poly is the only student-run float in the parade. Alumni support the team, but the work is all done by students.
We'll come out here at 8 a.m. and work on planting the flowers. These were all planted by people on the leadership team.
The team will see their work in action in Pasadena on New Year's Day. Cassie McIntyre, Mustang News.
Thousands of butterflies have filled the eucalyptus trees at Pismo State Beach Monarch Butterfly Grove.
Every year when it starts getting cold, the Pismo Beach Butterfly Grove begins to fill with monarch butterflies for their annual migration south. Jan Ullerholm, a state park docent at the Pismo Beach Monarch Grove, explains why Pismo Beach is an ideal stop for monarch butterflies.
The fun thing about these trees is that they have a big canopy, and this canopy acts as both an umbrella and an overcoat for the butterflies to help protect them from the elements.
While there are many places to see the butterflies, the Monarch Grove in Pismo Beach is the largest location on the West Coast.
One of the places in the world that has the most visitors learning about monarch butterflies. Last year we had about 100,000 people that came to this park to learn about monarch butterflies.
The monarchs start arriving in late October and spend the winter there until they leave in February.
It's not a way station. They're not on their way to Mexico or anyplace else. Along the coast of California, there might be 200 of these different sites where monarch butterflies can overwinter.
The grove is located on the west side of Highway 1, just south of the North Beach Campground in Pismo Beach. Kylie Zaletsy, Mustang News.
And now over to Jason and Casey for sports.
We like sports, and we don't care who knows.
From shooting hoops to the Super Bowl.
And we'll have more for you after the break.
I came from 5 generations of teachers. Losing my job was the bottom falling out of my world. I came from 5 generations of teachers. Losing my job was the bottom falling out of my world.
I got some Oxy after I hurt my neck. First, I took them to feel better. Then, I just kept taking them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
From the pregame jokes
to the wrap-up shows, I'm Jason Amberg.
And I'm Casey Sblett, here with some athleticals.
After missing most of the 2017 season with a knee injury, senior running back Joe Prothro set the records for yards in a single season and all-time yards at Cal Poly. Mustang News reporter Jay Serrano caught up with Prothro about his time on the Cal Poly football team.
Senior fullback Joe Prothro, the most dominant rusher ever to play for Cal Poly, finished up his time with the Mustangs this season. He was just 188 yards away from breaking the career rushing yards record going into his final game. Even though he was close to another record, Prothro focused on picking up one more win in his last game at Cal Poly.
Honestly, I mean, it would mean a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to our our whole offense, the offensive line, the slots that have been blocking for me. It'd be nice, but I mean, if I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm trying to get that last win, go 5-6. That's a lot better than going 1-10 last year. So that's really what's most important to me.
While Prothro is capable of taking over a game all on his own, his offensive lines over the last 4 seasons have played a key role in his success.
Love my O-line, always. They got me to where I am now. I was blessed with the carries and them just putting on for me on the front lines.
Head coach Tim Walsh says part of what makes Prothro so dangerous on the football field is the diverse skill set he picked up playing other running back positions.
Because he's played a lot of tailback and a lot of deep back in his high school career, his vision, his instincts as a running back are much better than the normal guy that plays the position.
Prothro hasn't decided what will come after football, but his first priority is his family.
Like, the NFL dream, though, it's like, that was like the little kid in me. Now I just want to make some money and feed my family. That's like really a man's goal.
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Heated rivalries are ever so prevalent in sports, and when it comes to repping one's area code, well, there's nothing better than that. I took a look at the NorCal-SoCal rivalry just last week.
I see it as a rivalry because I feel like SoCal's just better in a lot of ways than NorCal.
I got a lot of buddies up there. It's all cool. I talk the same like lingo. I mean, that's a little different. It varies from NorCal and SoCal, so I'd probably be my reason, I guess.
We got In-N-Out, and I know you guys have In-N-Out in NorCal, but something about SoCal makes it better.
We're gonna go Central Coast. Can't beat Central Coast. We got hoagies right here, best beaches. What else could you ask for?
I lived in NorCal, but I'm gonna go Southern Cal because it's just nice. I like the weather. Even though I've never been there, but I always want to go there.
SoCal, because like the football teams, everything better in SoCal, you feel me?
SoCal all day. Babes, way hotter. Food, way better. Beaches, desert, Mexico.
You think about it, the Lakers, the Rams, the Chargers, everybody in SoCal, who you look at up north? The 49ers, the Raiders? Nah, you go into the Laker game.
Has a point.
You feel me?
The big reason why is SoCal football is just better, LA over Oakland and San Fran. That's all I gotta say. Dunzo.
Wow, those are some great interviews, Jason, weren't they?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Spot on.
Fantastic.
Fantastic
All right.
indeed. A big part of the Cal Poly football team's success this season was senior quarterback and team leader Khalil Jenkins. Jay Serrano got a chance to talk to him about his time as a Mustang and what comes next for him.
Even though Khalil Jenkins' senior season has not gone as expected, he still tries to help his team however he can.
You know, these guys have given their all for me, and so, you know, it's only right that if I'm able to play, if they tell me that I'm able to play and it's just a pain tolerance thing, then I mean, we can get through that. We can, and I'll do everything I can. I'll do my part to make sure I'm out there with my brothers.
While Jenkins has played well at Cal Poly, a series of injuries have kept him from playing his best football.
I mean, I really wish that at some point in time I could see Khalil Jenkins play healthy. He's played 10 games this year, but I don't think he's been healthy all year long. And, you know, him at 100% is a lot better than him at 80 and 85%. But that's a credit to him that he wanted to play, and he gave us the effort that he's given us and the leadership that he's given us all year long on and off the field.
After missing almost all of last year, Jenkins suffered another knee injury early in the season. He only missed one game and quickly returned to the team, but the injury forced him to adjust how he played.
I mean, as far as gameplay, I mean, I think I've become more of a physical downhill runner than more of an elusive runner, and that's just obviously due to my restrictions physically. But, you know, I still feel like I'm just as effective and just still trying to do what I can to help us get wins.
Even though Jenkins' time playing college football is coming to a close, he is not ready to give up on the sport he loves.
This will be my last game as a Mustang, but hopefully not in my football career. So I'm going to do everything I can this offseason and get myself in a position to, you know, maybe find myself on a team somewhere else next year. So that's going to be the focus after the season. But like I said, right now I'm just focusing on finishing up this week of practice and getting us a win on Saturday.
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Man, I love Cal Poly sports.
I love Cal Poly. Dude, sports.
Sport. All right. Anyway.
The men's Cal Poly soccer team started off the quarter with the second straight win against UCSB. Anyways, Jay Serrano has the recap of the biggest college soccer rivalry in the nation.
The biggest soccer match in the nation returned to Spanos Stadium this fall quarter as the Cal Poly Mustangs took a 1-0 win over the rival UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Most of the matches between the two teams have either tied or been decided by one goal, and this installment is no exception. A junior midfielder, Diego Alonso, scored the game's first and only goal 64 minutes in.
Number 5, Carroll, found me out wide. Coach has been telling us to shoot, so I got the opportunity to hit it and got a deflection, went over the goalie, and couldn't ask for a better reaction.
After that, it was up to the Mustangs defense and goalkeeper Simon Bone, who recorded 3 saves in his 6th career shutout, tipping a loose ball over the top of the goal in closing seconds. Cal Poly has now won 2 straight home matches against UC Santa Barbara and has sold out the blue-green rivalry match for the 6th year in a row.
It never gets old, let me tell you that. It never gets old beating Santa Barbara here at home. I've never lost down there, we've tied down there, but I've never won down there either. So that's the next priority and objective, is to go down there and get a result. But this is exceptionally special for college soccer, special for the Cal Poly community. Really love our fans. I got to tell you, I absolutely love our fans, and they really motivate us.
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Thank you, Jason and Casey with sports.
You're welcome.
After the break, students have developed a new way of having the talk.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Maria, so how's work?
It was 4th period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Ms. Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Cal Poly students worked with Safer to create a company that uses comedy to talk about gender-based violence.
Sexy, a company created by Cal Poly students in SAFER, the on-campus advocacy and resource center, want to use comedy to educate people on sexual health and gender-based violence. Bree Rodabaugh, the CEO of Sexy, says comedy makes the content more easily understood.
Sexy provides sexual health and gender-based violence education through sketch comedy, both live and online. The goal is to make sexual health and gender-based violence education easier to digest by integrating it with comedy.
Rodabaugh says Sexy's goals are very important today, given the culture around gender-based violence.
The company and its mission are so important today because, as most people know, the cultural climate and the discussion has shifted to people really wanting to learn and to make a difference in gender-based violence education. In the past, some people saw it as strictly a woman's issue or something that was really rare, and now we're beginning to see that it's not rare. It affects almost every single person's life. Therefore, the education needs to be as effective as the issue is pervasive.
It's so weird now. Obviously, we were gonna have sex. Look, my bra and underwear match. Don't be an idiot.
This company means a lot to me. It shows that anybody can get involved in gender-based violence education.
For more information about how to get involved, visit Sexy's website, www.sexy-education.com. Christian Laubacher, Mustang News.
A Cal Poly junior is making a business out of inflatable creations.
Girl SLO is bringing inflatable creations to the doorsteps of Cal Poly students. Kate Hardesty started her business on Halloween and has already sold upwards of 15 custom-made balloons.
It's just already grown so quickly. It's our 1 month anniversary, I guess, today, so it's pretty exciting.
Half of her bedroom is dedicated to her Girl SLO business, and she offers 26 different balloon varieties.
My helium tank.
Many of her customers come from the Cal Poly Mustang Parents page on Facebook.
A lot of the balloons I deliver are surprises, so it's kind of exciting because they don't know it's coming, and so I just show up with it, and it's really fun.
Like any entrepreneur, Hardesty ran into some unexpected challenges. There is a helium shortage in the United States, limiting a crucial ingredient of her business.
Helium there's a shortage, so it's kind of hard to get the helium, so I think that might be one of the probably things that I expected a little bit, but not to the level that it is.
Regardless of the challenges, Hardesty looks forward to the future of Girl SLO.
After 1 month, it's been really great, so I'm really hoping that it keeps going like it's going, and I keep growing and maybe doing some different things. We'll see. It might grow into something else. You never know.
Lauren Arndt, Mustang News.
A rumor circulated among students that the trampoline and swing located at the summit of Serenity Swing Hike had been removed. Mustang News reporter Zach Donenfield went to see for himself.
Students are asking who done it after it was confirmed that the Serenity Swing trampoline has been taken down. Rumors circulated last week that one of the highlights of the hike had been removed. But according to university spokesperson Matt Lazier, Cal Poly administration was not responsible.
While the trampoline was there, it was massive, tons of people would go out there every day.
Ward has been hiking this trail since he was a freshman and says the Serenity Swing Summit has a rich history with multiple trampolines.
While I've been here, there's been 2, maybe even 3 different trampolines up there.
While the trampoline is gone, hikers might be surprised by the addition of a second swing hanging from the same tree. For first-time Serenity Swing hikers Olivia Schimmel and Madison Higger, the prospect of being able to swing at the summit was their main reason for completing the hike.
I mean, it says Serenity Swing, so you would kind of anticipate that you'd be able to swing up there.
I looked online and it had pictures of a swing, but I was looking more forward to the hike.
I've seen pictures,
swing.
I feel of people swinging at sunset, and it's super picturesque and just really stunning.
Yeah.
It is still unclear who removed the trampoline or added the new swing. Zach Donenfield, Mustang News.
And we'll have more fall highlights on a favorite fall holiday and a SLO produce program after the break.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I, Krista, take you, Jamie, to be my wife.
When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said she won't be taking you in as a client.
We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to.
Thousands gathered at the San Luis Obispo Mission Plaza to celebrate Dia de los Muertos.
People from around the San Luis Obispo area came to the Mission Plaza to celebrate Dia de los Muertos on November 3rd. Kelly Donahue, creative media brand strategist, tells us how Wilshire Hospice got inspired to host this event.
There was so much community interest, I think, because Wilshire Hospice supports people at end of life, and Dia de los Muertos is about continuing the celebration of those who've passed. And so it felt like a natural fit. And from there, we decided to grow the event and bring it to the Mission Plaza. And now we have several community collaborators who support us in this event.
This family-friendly event has activities ranging from painting sugar skulls to getting your face painted. The highlight of the day, though, involves traditional performances.
The main event that people really are attracted to are the dancing and the singing. And it's traditional Latino music to celebrate the Mexican culture. So you're going to find mariachi, and you're going to find folkloric dance. And Louis Ortega, who's a pretty famous musician, is going to be here today to sing.
Teresa Fernandez explains an important tradition of Dia de los Muertos. Families create unique altars for their loved ones who have passed.
So when we display an altar, you basically put anything that the person who you're honoring used to like, any food, any drink they used to like to take, also any type of representation, clothes, books, anything like that.
Summer Sinnott, Mustang News.
And up next, a local produce exchange offers free food and a chance to meet neighbors. We'll have that for you after the break.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door. Sorry about that. You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Titans go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
You know it's super.
To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly. Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived. Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This year also marked the end of an era. The last video store in San Luis Obispo has shut its doors.
The last remaining video store in San Luis Obispo closed its doors on Halloween Day.
So Crossroads Video is closing down because this particular location had some pretty high rent, and it was hard to maintain the rent with the cost of rentals.
For some residents, this means the end of an era.
A lot of people that come in here, they don't seem to like the Netflix and Redbox and things like that. There's a nostalgic feel to walking the aisles and not knowing what you want.
Some residents are just not ready to make that change.
I guess we'll have to embrace Netflix.
But it's the experience that some people will miss the most.
That's not the same experience. Just getting out of the house, having to take the movies back, interacting with Beethoven, the dog, and and the staff here.
If you think of anything, we're here till Halloween.
Okay, perfect, thanks. McCrae has plans to open his own video store to help bring that experience back for customers.
It's more of a family, tangible experience that you can go and create. You know, you can't. It's just different than pointing and clicking.
Stephanie Garibay, Mustang News. Cal Poly students involved with the drag club got the chance to strut their stuff at the annual Monster Prom show.
In the spirit of Halloween, the Cal Poly Drag Club held their annual Monster Prom drag show in Chumash Auditorium. The show featured several new members and performers, including Lyda Kane, who had attended the same event 1 year earlier.
I came to the show that was exactly 1 year ago, the Halloween show, which was my first drag show that I came to. And so now it's full circle and I'm performing for the first time in the Halloween drag show. So.
Kane credits the San Luis Obispo queer community for opening up the possibilities for people to get involved with drag shows.
And San Luis Obispo in general has a really large drag community, and especially in proportion to the queer community overall, just because the way the queer community is set up here. The drag scene is a large part of that, and so this is me being part of the community.
First rule is flash photography is strictly mandatory, okay, people?
Kane has learned a lot from being a part of the San Luis Obispo drag community.
I found it enormously helpful for various parts of my life, in particular those that relate to the community. I've made a lot of friends in this. I've also, in a weird way, become more secure in my own gender identity as a man doing this, which is an interesting thing I did not expect, but it's certainly something that I really appreciate.
Jason Amberg, Mustang News.
And after the break, check out the free speech panel. No break. We are going to check out the free speech panel that Cal Poly has hosted.
The Cal Poly Democrats Club hosted a panel discussion this week called It's Complicated, about free speech on college campuses. According to the club's vice president, Amanda Kennedy, the title is fitting.
We recognize definitely that it's a really complicated issue and that it's really hard to come to a consensus about that. So what we hope to get out of this, I guess, is to just get as close as we can.
The event was planned in response to the free speech wall that is put up on Dexter Lawn by the Cal Poly College Republicans every November. This year the wall was not put up, but co-president Aaron O'Grady says the discussion is still relevant to campus, especially in light of the blackface incident that happened in spring.
So the whole idea is how to balance protecting that right to free speech and how to simultaneously make students that are attacked by that feel comfortable on campus. Feel not even comfortable, safe on campus.
The panel of 5 included a member of the Black Student Union, a political science professor, the county supervisor, a local lawyer, and a journalist. The panelists answered a variety of questions about the limitation of free speech on a public campus, the differences between hate speech and protected speech, and the impact of free speech on marginalized student groups.
Look at students of color on this campus and why there's lower retention rates and it takes longer to graduate. A big part of that has to do with the campus climate.
Some attendees thought the panel was a good way to connect free speech and the issue of diversity and inclusion on campus.
I think it kind of addresses a bigger problem as a whole, just in terms of kind of diversity for the campus and kind of how we kind of overcome that.
Club leaders for the Cal Poly Democrats say they are planning to host similar events in the future. Maddie Burgess, Mustang News.
Wow. What an amazing show that was.
What an amazing show.
Gosh, that was great.
You know, me and Jason have had a great time this quarter going over broadcast, and we have some of our favorite clips, so we're about to give some awards for those today. Jason, what was your favorite clip?
Well, I think my favorite package had to be the Monarch Butterfly Grove package.
Fantastic.
Oh, it was amazing. It touched on everything I love about living the Central Coast, butterflies.
Exactly.
Amazing. I absolutely loved it.
Fantastic weather as well during that, too. My favorite was personally Cassie's. Fantastic looking photography, everything in there, the Rose Float. I mean, I'm excited for New Year's, aren't you?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'll be watching that Rose Float parade. 6 in the morning, I'll be ready to go.
We'll be ready to go, and we'll catch you there. Well, thank you for us. Back to the desk.
Thank you for watching. We hope you all have a great winter break that is merry
and bright. I'm Stephanie Garibay.
And I'm Cassie McIntyre. Have a great break.
What is this class?